ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the North Broward Preparatory School here in Coconut Creek, Florida, for this Class 3A Regional Semifinal matchup. Hi everybody, Sam Gelfand here, a slightly sleep-deprived Sam Gelfand, but if you're a baseball fan, you must think you're dreaming. We've got two of the best teams in the United States squaring off in playoff competition. What more could you possibly want? Guess it depends on whether or not you're a fan of one of these teams. You may want a victory. We're only going to have one way to find out who is going to come home with the W and whether or not they're going to have to travel long distance with it. Calvary Christian coming all the way from Clearwater, Florida for this contest, as well as Game 2 tomorrow. And if they force a Game 3, that will be back in Clearwater. But there's a long road before that. 2 whole games that they will have to battle through. Of course, they are the Warriors, but the Eagles are no slouches, the number 42 team in the United States. The Warriors ranked number 61 in America. Right now, the managers are meeting with the officials, and there is only one way to find out who is going to come out on top. That's to stay with us here on Tape Delay on YouTube. We appreciate you watching after the fact, as we can't technically live stream it due to FHSAA regulations, but we're doing everything we can to bring this one to you. We'll be right back with the national anthem and starting lineups in just a little bit.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The Florida High School Athletic Association and North Broward Prep welcome you to North Broward Prep Field for regional tournament competition in the 2025 FHSAA Class 3A Baseball Championship. This is Game 1 for the best of 3 series. The FHSAA reminds you that interscholastic events are an extension of the classroom and that lessons are best learned when proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show as you watch tonight's game. This is a regional semifinal contest between the Calvary Christian Warriors and the North Broward Prep Eagles. Let's meet the teams. First, for the visiting team, Calvary Christian, visitors on the scoreboard with a record of 26 wins and 3 losses. Batting first, playing left field, number 12, Gabriel Campos. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 4, Maddox Bozeman. Batting third, playing center field, number 3, Darian Collins. Batting fourth, playing third, number 2, Brett Garcia. Batting fifth, playing first, number 23, Cameron Uzilia. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 28, Max Mayers. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 31, Matthew Bowser. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 15, Ashley Rapport. Batting ninth, playing second, number 1, Cassie Trena. And the pitcher, number 34, Grayson Gibson. Now for the North Broward Prep Eagles, home on the scoreboard with a record of 23 wins and 6 losses.
Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Batting first, playing shortstop, number 2, Kieran O'Neill. Batting second, number 10, Adrian Rodriguez. Batting third, playing left field, number 3, Max Berkolds. Batting fourth, playing first, number 34, Josiah Haslam. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 44, Julian Rodriguez. Batting sixth, playing right field, number 13, Adolfo Camacho. Batting seventh, playing center field, number 8, Anthony Mestre. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 7, Braden Hassel. Batting ninth, playing third, number 5, Alex Smith. And the pitcher, number 23, Logan Bristol. The umpires for tonight's game. At first base, Michael Flipson. At third base, Jerry Armin. And behind home plate, William Mercado. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Yeah, mine's 26 RRK. I don't know why it said it's already in use. It has to do this as the game's starting, doesn't it? Hold on. We turn this off and back on again. There we are. Come on. Hi everybody, Sam Gelfand here. Of course, our second camera literally just went down during the national anthem, so we're trying to do some tech support as we go. We appreciate you joining us here on this tape-delayed stream of this playoff contest. Gabriel Campos will start things off for Calvary Christian. There's that camera going down. Logan Bristol on the mound tonight for North Broward. And the first pitch is a ball. We are underway. And our camera has just come back online, except I haven't activated it yet, apparently. There we are, isn't it wonderful? As Campos hits one on the ground, and Rodriguez gets the out at first. That's one in the books. Bozeman will have to follow that effort up with one out and no one on. And he fouls off the first pitch he sees. Logan Bristol, North Broward's ace. It's not often you see a sophomore ace, but that is the case for the Eagles. He has climbed the top of the pecking order. And with the fastball at 91 miles an hour there, who can blame him? Bozeman batting .293 this year. He's behind 0-2. Curveball in there for strikeout number one. And I denote number one because I have a feeling we're going to see more than that. When Bristol's on the mound, it's almost a guarantee. This year, Bristol a .291 ERA, 41 strikeouts on the year. Darian Collins is the batter now. And he can't catch up to that heater. Lays down a bunt, it goes foul. Collins batting .412. And he hits one into right field. Camacho races for that. Is it fair? Does not appear to be. And that's a disappointment for the Calvary contingent. They have brought a large delegation to the North Broward ball field today. Not exactly an easy commute, about 4 hours from Clearwater, give or take some traffic. And you know there always is. 1-2, 2 outs. Bristol deals. Curveball above the hands, and now it is 2-2. On the ground to O'Neill. Fires over to Haslam, and that's 3 outs. North Broward takes care of business in quick succession. Now it's their turn up to bat. We have seen many dangerous pitchers on the mound of the North Broward Diamond this year. but perhaps none have been as dangerous as Grayson Gibson. The Ole Miss commit is someone who the North Broward Eagles have a bit of a grudge against. He was the one who won the 2023 state championship for Calvary against North Broward with a strikeout to boot. A fastball up to 87, a change at 82, a curve at 77, and a slider at 84. He is absolutely filthy. Look at that late tail on that fastball, too. He has numbers that defy belief. An 0.26 ERA on the season, 53 innings pitched, 93 strikeouts. Just giving you a moment to take that in because, I mean, I've never heard of any pitcher at any level who's been able to pitch like that. So North Broward certainly has a test ahead of them. Calvary 26-3 on the year, a large part due to the pitching of Gibson. North Broward not exactly slouches in the hitting department, but there's only one way to find out if these numbers are only impressive on paper or if he's just as impressive in the flesh. And no better test than Kieran O'Neill.
Now batting, number two, Kieran O'Neill.
O'Neill batted .358 this regular season, 29 hits, 4 home runs, 19 RBIs. And when he is hot, he is one of the most dangerous hitters in the Sunshine State. So we'll have to see how he fares against a pitcher the quality of Gibson. If you're a baseball fan, you're salivating at this matchup. And O'Neill takes the first pitch he sees in a left field. That is over the head of Campos. O'Neill heading to second. He's going to hold up there. A leadoff double for O'Neill. That's how you start it off.
Now batting, number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
What a statement by Kieran O'Neill. Perhaps the Warriors are fallible after all. And Max Burkles is looking to continue this little streak of momentum here. Adrian Rodriguez. Burkles batting third. Last outing, Gibson gave up 1 hit all game. Breaking ball at 77 miles an hour for a ball. Of course, the mark of a good pitcher is their mental game. If Gibson can bear down and not get rattled, then he still has a very good chance in this one. Another breaking ball, another ball. The North Broward dugout coming alive, and who can blame them? Gibson deals. Fastball at 88, finds the bottom of the zone. That's a beautiful breaking ball on the edge. Now it's 2-2. You know, it's one thing to have a leadoff double on the first pitch of the game. It's another thing to ride that wave. It's hard to get momentum. It's just as hard to capitalize on it. The 2-2 to Rodriguez, chopped on the ground. And the shortstop does get the out. Some good defense from Bozeman, but the runner moves to third.
Now batting, number 3, Max Burkle.
And that brings up Burkles. I guess if you're a generous scorekeeper, you could call that a sacrifice hit for Rodriguez. Not quite a bunt, though. Burkles, North Broward's single-season batting average king, holds the record at .544. The Bryant University commit. He has been cooling off a little bit in the playoffs, though. One out, runner on third now. Gibson settles in, fires. 89 on the corner for a strike. Did you see the movement on that fastball? You see the way it cut away from Burkles? Seriously impressive. No wonder he's going D1. You know, as much as I wish we had a camera out in center field, this is the one nice thing about having our main camera behind home plate is you really get to see all the movement on each pitch. It's a little harder to tell when the camera's out in center field. Ones all around on the scoreboard. Burkles holds off. He did not go. Now it is 2-1. Calvary's manager comes out to ask the umpire something, just to make sure that he didn't go. Now it seems we have some confusion as the home plate umpire did ask the umpire in the field if he went around, and he said no, but the call is reversed, and now instead of 2-1, it is 1-2. Umpires overruling each other here. Asked for help, decided he didn't need it. And Burkles hits one into center field. Underneath it is Collins. He cannot get to it. One run comes home. O'Neal scores. And now Burkles heading to third. How about that? A double and a triple in the first inning. Make it 1-0. The Eagles are soaring high.
Now batting, number 34, Josiah Haslam.
And there's more trouble for Calvary Christian in the form of Josiah Haslam. You thought you saw some impressive hitting already? Haslam is North Broward's top power hitter, 6 home runs on the year. That's more than the entirety of Calvary Christian combined. Fastball low and outside, 1-1. Haslam was cooling off at the tail end of the year, but has gotten back on track in the playoffs, currently batting .417. So he takes a mighty hack and comes up with nothing. He's got a runner on third with 1 out to work with. Breaking ball well outside. That run North Broward scored was only the 3rd earned run of Grayson Gibson's season. 53 innings, 3 earned runs. Almost defies belief. The 2-2. Well outside, and Haslam has worked a full count. Three and two with one out, runner on third. Haslam works a walk. And right now, Calvary's manager is standing on the metaphorical steps. There are no steps on these dugouts. Clearly concerned for Gibson.
Now batting, number 44, Julian Rodriguez.
Runners at the corners now for Rodriguez, who is the hottest player on North Broward right now, batting .545 this postseason. Which is saying something considering he was batting .210 in the regular season. Still an on-base percentage of .333, but he has really turned it up when it has mattered. Gibson looks at the runner on first, and Rodriguez fouls it off. Some more serious tail on that fastball. Gibson's whip coming into this game, .079. And he's already allowed 2 hits and a walk in this first inning. Takes a little bit off of it at 84, and it misses. Haslam, a base-stealing threat as well, as Rodriguez calls time wisely. Haslam has swiped 8 bags this year. North Broward, not a huge base-stealing team, not in the way that the Warriors are. But Gibson's clearly aware of it, keeps Haslam honest. It's not often we see both sides of the stands filled up here at North Broward, but Calvary has brought quite a few. Haslam does take off, it's a strike and no throw. Josiah Haslam purloins a bag, and now it's 1 and 2. Two runners in scoring position. J-Rod watches it go, and this at-bat continues. Almost Juju, the dugout is chanting. Spanish for let's go Juju, and he is not going to go and swing at that pitch. Quick catcher's conference now, try to settle down Gibson as he is not used to facing this sort of adversity. In fact, that's a running thread that we may see from Calvary Christian this entire playoff series. They are used to steamrolling opponents. Full count, 1 out, 2 on. Rodriguez chops it, it goes foul. We're in quality at-bat territory now. Still a full count. Rodriguez would love to pile on. Fouls it straight back. Now you do think about wearing out Gibson as a possible strategy for the Eagles, but last outing he threw 109 pitches. Most high school pitchers don't have that kind of elasticity. comes. Gibson gets Rodriguez to chase it, and there's his first strikeout.
Now batting, number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
Now here's Adolfo Camacho, batting .275 in the regular season. Someone who will pretty consistently go about 1 for 3 with an extra base hit. A couple of strikeouts on top of that. He likes to swing big. He's got a large, powerful frame. He can afford to do so. He has a home run on the year. Came during North Broward's excursion to Alabama in the Perfect Game Showcase. Taking on some of the best teams in the whole South. Camacho waits on one. And Camacho fouls one off. When Gibson faced the Eagles last, he was just a sophomore, and he did struggle a little bit in that championship game, but he was able to pull it out and close out the game with about 2 2/3 innings pitched. Gave up a couple of runs as soon as he came in, though, before he settled down. Only one way to see if history repeats itself. An absolutely filthy curve makes it 2-2. Two and two, 2 outs, 2 on. And Camacho fouls it off. Both of these teams on substantial win streaks. North Broward's won 4 in a row. Calvary Christian has won 6. Not his pitch. 88 miles an hour and high and outside. Full count, 2 outs, 2 runners on. The payoff pitch curves away from Camacho, and Gibson gets himself out of a tough inning. Perhaps the Warriors are fallible. Does not mean that they will be an easy opponent. North Broward gets one on as we head to the second. Touched earlier about how adversity could be a key deciding factor between these two teams. Here's what they have had to do to win games this year. North Broward and Calvary Christian have had about as many Mercy Rule wins. The Warriors far more shutouts, but the Eagles have had 10 one-run margins, only 1 for the Warriors. Eagles have gone to the extra innings 3 times as well. And the first pitch to Brett Garcia is a ball. Bristol still throwing hard. I mean, it is just the top of the second, but have to remind yourself sometimes he is just a sophomore. Curveball at 80 in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Garcia batting .337 this year with 28 hits. There's a real chopper. That's a fair ball. Smith picks it up and gets it over to Haslam in time. That was a Baltimore chop. You don't see the Baltimore chop too often these days. Sometimes there's a small revival for it in softball, but I'm a big fan. Here's Cameron Uzilia. And there goes the first pitch he sees into the backstop. Uzilia, an extremely dangerous hitter, ranked a top 200 prospect in America. So that breaking ball misses. It's 1-1. He's batting .415 this season. 92 out of the hand of Bristol. And Uzilia is behind. Here it comes. Logan Bristol turns up the heat and gets another punch out. Now here's Maximus Mays. One thing you'll quickly learn about Calvary Christian, a lot of 80 grade names. As Mays chases that one in the dirt. Maximus Mays. I mean, why you, like, if you're gonna have a kid named Max, you might as well make it short for Maximus, maybe Maximilian. Have some fun with it. In the dirt. Now it's 2-1. Last pitch on that at bat to Uzilia, 93 miles an hour. He's throwing major league heat. Fouled off, and this is anyone's count. Last time out, Logan Bristol pitched 5 1/3 innings. 5 hits, 3 runs, a walk, 7 strikeouts. The 2-2 chop just foul. That pitch also coming in at 93, by the way. This is Mays, but if you read the backs of everyone's jerseys, you'd think that everyone's last name is Warriors. Here comes Bristol, and that is chopped right back to him. Quick thinking on the part of Bristol gets 3 outs. Another 1-2-3 inning. Logan Bristol is starting to hum. We'll have to see if the Eagles can keep up this pace. If you're a member of the North Broward faithful, here's what you got to know about Calvary Christian. They're a team that makes extremely strong contact. They're batting .400 in the playoffs. Not to mention .344 in the regular season. They have blazing speed. They have stolen 110 bases in 29 games. As we have seen, they're pitching relatively unbelievable, an ERA of 107 all year, a defense with a fielding percentage of 972. That's fairly pedestrian for major league standards, but at high school that is pretty unreal. They've got a lot of depth, and they'll use it all. It's not uncommon to see them put 15, 16 players into any given game. We've got 26 players on the roster. 26 players being the largest roster that North Broward has faced all year. And Mestre watches the first breaking ball sail in for a strike. Quickly fouled off, and Mestre is in an 0-2 hole. Mestre yet to reach base in the playoffs, so he holds off there. I'll check that. He's yet to get a hit in the playoffs. He has 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. Mestre goes golfing, and the pass ball turns into another strikeout for Gibson.
Now batting, number 7, Braden Hassel.
That is 3 straight batters with 3 straight strikeouts for Grayson Gibson, who is perhaps grounding himself here. 3 straight swinging strikeouts as well as Braden Hassel steps up. That's his highest heat of the night, 89, but it misses. That's the danger of throwing so hard. As the harder you throw, the harder it is to control. Hassel looks at another, and that's 2-0. Bit borderline, an unlucky call for Gibson, at least from my perspective. Hassel pops one straight up into center field, brought down on the short porch by the second baseman, Trena. It's entirely possible that first run that North Broward got could be a deciding one.
Alex Smith.
If Gibson keeps heating up and keeps getting quick outs, then that 1 run in the first is going to be pivotal for the outcome of this game. Smith pops one up foul down the left side. Smith has reached base once in the playoffs. 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and he has mainly just been hitting it where everyone is. What a beauty for strike 2. You gotta love some good pitching. It's so much fun to watch. 0-2, 2 outs. Gibson to Smith. Fouled straight back. Smith can't let himself be rushed here. And he's got to know that pitch is probably going to finish in a different place where he thinks it will. Another pitch in the dirt, another strikeout for Gibson. It's becoming routine. We said at the beginning of this broadcast he could be the filthiest pitcher that North Broward's seen all year, and he is certainly living up to the hype. We head to the third. North Broward leads 1-0. 2 strikeouts already for Logan Bristol, the sophomore. 6'2", 192 pounds, and you bet he's going to be going D1 eventually. A fastball, it says 92. We've seen it hit 93 already tonight. A changeup at 83, a slider at 78, and that curveball, that's an old number. He's had it about 10 miles an hour onto that figure. Prep Baseball Report says that he is the number 12 sophomore prospect in all of Florida. I say as the season goes on, that number should have gone up. Here's Matt Bowser. Bowser hitting .288 this year. He's got 2 home runs in the bag as well. Holds off on the first pitch, which just barely misses. Second one misses as well. Hit up the middle, O'Neal fields it and gets the out at first.
Now batting number 15, Ashton Ricord.
Here's Ricord. 1 out in the bag. Believe we may be experiencing some audio issues, but frankly it's hard to tell because I can't hear it. I'm just looking at the monitor, and now it's 2-0. Tell you what, we're going to mute that for now just to be safe and figure it out in the commercial break. Of course, there are no commercials, but it'd be nice if we had some. It's just me here, Sam Gelfand, running every single aspect of this broadcast on my own. And we're glad you're here. Another one misses, and now it's 3-1. Ricord batting .300 behind the plate today, and currently up at it. Misses just low, and there's a walk. That's the first base runner of the day for Calvary Christian.
Now batting number 1, Chase Travel.
Still says a lot that their first base runner doesn't come till the top of the third. Now here's Trena, who's batting .383. Thinks about laying down a bunt. Rodriguez warns the runner back. Calvary Christian, a team that has put up a lot of steals this year, but trust me, Rodriguez is not a catcher you want to try and steal on. Bristol finds a sign he likes. And it's hit on the ground to a leaping Smith. Decides to go to first with it, and it's over the head of Haslam. A runner will advance. And the E5 puts 2 in scoring position. North Broward sometimes can be their own worst enemy, and there's no better example of that than right here, right now. Fielding has been a sore spot for North Broward. The bunt is laid down. Haslam lets the run score and gets the out at first. Campos brings home a run, and we're all tied up. That's an RBI for Campos, and the first pitch misses. That's Recor who scored. Trena over to third now. Bristol can still get him to whiff. The 1-1 way in front of it. One and two outs, runner on third. Bristol deals it in the dirt. Rodriguez looks the runner back. This is only the second game these two teams have ever played against each other. Both of them coming in the playoffs. Here's Bristol. On the ground to Adrian Rodriguez, who gets the out at first. That run does not score, but North Broward is in trouble. A level playing field, a tie game as we head to the bottom of the third. North Broward playing with a little more urgency now. As it's now a level playing field. And O'Neal hits one where they ain't. 2 hits and 2 pitches for him tonight. One pitch, all he needs, apparently.
Now batting, number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
That's exactly how the Eagles wanted to start off the third. Looks like that potential audio issue has been fixed. Apologies if there was some chirping earlier. A bunt by Rodriguez, a beautiful one to boot. Flips over to first, but the runner moves to second. That's small ball at its finest.
3, Max Burkles.
Now Burkles has a runner in scoring position and 1 out to work with. First pitch in for a strike. Gibson watches the runner, keeps eyeing him, and maybe he should have kept his eye on the plate as that misses it. Looks like the manager's coming out to talk to him. As mentioned, not this. The Warriors haven't faced this sort of adversity much at all this year. In fact, we head to the graphic. Here's their record based on how many runs they've allowed in any given game. The Warriors have 11 strikeouts on the year. They're 10-0 in one-run games. Their opponents scored 2 runs. They're 1-1. They've only given up 4+ runs 3 times all year. They're 1-2 in those games. North Broward is yet to lose a game where they have given up 3 or fewer runs. Don't want to give them the announcer's curse there, but it's a pretty fantastic image right there. One and one to Burkles. And we'll see if the visit calmed Gibson down. Maybe not, it just misses. Burkles batting .273 in the playoffs. It's usually a bad thing if your batting average gets halved from the regular season to the playoffs, but as you can see, you can have Burkles' batting average and still have a very productive player. Foul tip, and it's 2-2. Burkles had an RBI triple his first trip to the plate. And the catcher calls time. Just another quick visit, trying to keep Gibson calm, cool, and collected. The Eagles have 3 hits tonight. That's about 2 more than he's used to giving up in a game. And it's an oh-so-crucial 2-2 count to Burkles with 1 on and 1 out. O'Neill has to race back, and he barely gets there in time. O'Neill's stolen 5 bases this year. He has some speed. Pretty much every shortstop does. And Burkles hits one straight into center field. Collins trying to find it, does not lose it in the sun, brings it down, but O'Neill races on over to third. The small ball still in full effect. Two outs and a runner on third.
Number 34, Josiah Haslam.
Two sacrifice hits bring up Haslam, and the first pitch is in the dirt. O'Neill stays on third. North Broward would love to break this deadlock here. And the breaking ball misses. Gibson's done a good job mixing up his fastballs and breaking balls tonight. Been pretty unpredictable on that front. Deals to Haslam. Curveball, just high. Three and 0 count. Any coach in the world will tell you watch the first strike. See if you can work a walk. And it looks like Calvary makes the call to intentionally walk him. A gesture from the manager. Now there's 2 on. Rodriguez struck out last time up, but I remind you, dear viewer, he is batting better than any other North Broward Eagle in the playoffs so far. But he lets that curveball go by, and who can blame him? I mean, that thing dropped at least a foot. Rodriguez calls time, tries to dictate the pace of the at-bat. Gibson watching Haslam. He's already stolen a base today. That fastball is a clear strike. And now Rodriguez in the hole, and from the look of his body language, he seems to know it. Oh, 0-2, 2 outs, 2 on. That's a lot of pressure for any hitter. But he watches it go. It's 1-2. The wind blowing out towards left field. We've seen that factor into many a game this year at North Broward. There have been many a game at North Broward. Very few road games played by the Eagles. The 1-2. Haslam takes off, and that is a fair ball. Hit right to the third baseman. Gets it across the diamond in time. No run scores. A hard throw from Garcia gets them out of danger. A good grab, a better throw. And Calvary keeps this game tied. Pitching has been North Broward's strong suit all year. A team ERA of 1.69, a 1.42 whip on top of that. And that strike-to-walk ratio of 1.74 in the playoffs, that's up to 3.45. They seem to have only gotten better in the playoffs. Batting average now down to 204 with the playoffs counted. And the first batter of the 4th inning will be Darian Collins. That's the 4th inning, not the 5th. Bristol deals at 90 and it's fouled off. That clips him. That's a hit by pitch. That's only Bristol's 4th of the year. That brings up Garcia, whose throw just a little while ago got the Warriors out of a jam. Laying down the bunt, popped up and foul. How'd the bunt escaped the netting? I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That wasn't a bunt, that was a full-on pop-up. Honestly impressive you can get that much power from a bunt as Bristol keeps the runner honest. This is clearly the toughest test that either team have faced this year, perhaps. Another punt laid down, once again foul. I add perhaps because, of course, North Broward took on Stoneman Douglas at the beginning of the year, and it's not possible to have a tougher test than that. Maybe Harvard Westlake out of California, and that's about it. But this is certainly the best team that Calvary has faced this year. 0-2, popped straight up. Right side, Adrian Rodriguez underneath it brings it down. A lot of hang time on that. Doesn't result in much. Now here's Uzilia. Struck out first time up. Rodriguez blocks, the runner takes off. And the throw is just too far to the right. You call that a stolen base, you call that a wild pitch, either way, the runner advances. I'm going to call that a wild pitch. But I'm not the most generous scorekeeper, so I could be wrong. 1-0 to Uzilia, who hits one straight up. Burkholz floats underneath, and there's 2 cans of corn to get 2 outs. Now here's Mays. Maximus hit one straight back to the pitcher last time up. Now he's got 2 outs and a runner on second. Either that clips the zone or Rodriguez does some excellent framing. Either way, it's 0-1. Rodriguez is an excellent framer. We've seen it all year. It says a lot when a catcher's framing really stands out to you. It's not a skill that's the most noticeable on the diamond. Now it's 0-2. Like, you're usually not looking at a catcher's framing, so if you see a catcher and say, oh, he's got great framing, that framing's got to be really good. 0-2. Mays has struck out 13 times on the year, walked 6 times. And what's the umpire saying now? It looks like Mays called time just in time. Looks at the runner. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Rodriguez gets the tag, and that's 3 strikeouts for Bristol. Still a gem being pitched by Logan Bristol as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Thanks for sticking with us. Talked about Calvary's pitching this year. Read it and weep. 1.07 ERA on the year, a whip of 0.82 as a team. That defies belief. Total video game numbers, an opposing batting average of 144. Just insane. And now here comes Camacho to start off the 4th. Camacho struck out last time he was up. And I gotta find something to say because his walk-up music has a habit of getting these streams muted. Gibson ready to go as soon as he steps into the box and gets a strike on the curve. Camacho seems to be having some sort of issue. Something might have gotten in his eye or something on his cheek. I can't see what. Maybe a cut. I think something in his eye, Coach Campbell said. It looks like they're going to go to the athletic trainer, get him looked at. Well, it's an unusual delay, but that's what you gotta love about baseball. Anything can happen. This is the one sport where the bizarre really comes into play more often than not. Yeah, it looks like Camacho has something in his eye. Let's get it washed out. You know, actually, I didn't know that batters were allowed to leave the field of play mid-at-bat. You'd think there'd be like a rule against that or something, but Camacho is back and ready to go. Nice little bat flip, good showmanship. And you have to wonder if Gibson's rhythm's been disrupted now. I mean, he's probably thinking to himself, what just happened? Here's the 0-1. Low, but finds the zone. It's a strike. The Warriors fans have brought a cowbell into the ballpark. Usually pretty easy to tell if someone's brought a cowbell. And this at-bat continues. Gibson finds the corner. He's collecting Ks like Pokemon cards. Maybe something well and truly was in Camacho's eye. Either way, it's a strikeout. The second of the night for Camacho. Here's Mestre. Gibson's up to 5 now. Man, there's not just vertical movement, but horizontal movement on that curveball. That's just nuts. That's, what do you call that, a 1-6? Mestre struggles to catch up to it, and he's behind as well. Now, some batters like Camacho like to step well out of the box between pitches. Mestre stays right on the edge of it. Here's Gibson. Mestre popped up right side. Enough room for Uzilia to make the catch just off camera. And now there's 2 down. So that'll bring up Braden Hassel. Hassel popped up to second his last time up.
Batting, number 7, Braden Hassel.
Another 1-6 curve. This time it misses. In the fall, Gibson heading to the University of Mississippi. And Hassel calls time. That is just a little too low for the umpire's liking, and it's 2-0. Don't forget, this is a best-of-3 series, so whoever wins will have to capitalize on it tomorrow night, 6:30, same time, same place. Another stream on YouTube coming your way. Once again, just misses low. Hassel standing close to the plate. And finally, there's a strike for Gibson. He's not exactly crowding the plate, but he is somewhat close to it. Another time called by Hassel. Just a sophomore, showing so much maturity, trying to deal with the pace here. And it clearly pays off. That's another walk.
Now batting, number 5, Alex Smith.
Now here's Smith. That's the 3rd walk given up by Gibson tonight. Smith struck out his first time up. That was back in the 2nd inning. Runner has to scurry back. Smith batted .184 in the regular season, 9 hits, 12 walks, 18 strikeouts. Really started developing as the season reached its second half. Another quick pickoff attempt, and they nearly got him. That was microscopically close. Getting some cotton candy clouds here in Coconut Creek. And you want to talk about beauty, look at that pitch. We are on our way to another beautiful Florida sunset here. The wind now dying down a little bit and starting to blow towards home plate. More late tail and another strike. And Smith is behind 0-2. North Broward haven't faced too many lefties this year. Most high schoolers don't. And that's certainly an advantage that Gibson has, especially against a lefty like Smith. Just too high at 88 miles an hour, and this one keeps going. Catcher sets up outside. Here's the 1-2. Smith chases it. Strikeout number 6 for Gibson. He is humming. He is dangerous. We head to the 5th after this. They call soccer the beautiful game, but Logan Bristol is pitching a beautiful game right now. Heading into the 5th, he's got the 7, 8, 9 hitters to deal with from Calvary Christian. Matt Bowser is the first one he will face. As predicted, it's been a pitcher's duel here. And interestingly, we've got some members of the St. Andrews baseball team joining us. Team from neighboring Boca Raton. North Broward beat them in the Palm League Championship earlier this year. Hey, everybody knows each other. 90 miles an hour at the hands, and Bristol really hasn't lost a step. Curve misses, though. All these players know each other. They all play travel ball together. They're all trying to root each other on. It's a beautiful thing. Foul tip at 92, and it's 1-2. Bristol, a real flamethrower out there. That finds the corner at 93, but not the umpire's favor. So we try again. Bristol unfazed. The breaking ball hit up the middle to Rodriguez, who gets the out. Perhaps it should have been a strikeout, but an out is an out any way you get it. And Bristol will not complain. Bowser sent packing. That'll bring up Recor. In the dirt. And out of the hands of Rodriguez. Julian Rodriguez behind the plate, the younger Rodriguez brother. Fouled off, and it's 1-1. Recor walked his first time up. Later scored off of an error and then a sac bunt. There's been so many great curves within these confines tonight. 1-2. Doesn't cross the plate in the strike zone. So it was close, and it's 2-2. Logan Bristol playing with fire, and the Warriors are getting burned. Another 90-plus fastball shuts him down. That's strikeout number 4 for Bristol tonight, bringing up Jace Traina. And Traina makes awkward contact. North Broward is 17-2 at home this year. It's 19 of their 29 games played at home. Usually schedule's a little more balanced, but with a field this pretty, I mean, can you blame North Broward from wanting to play here more? Bunt goes foul. Traina runs at 19.4 miles an hour to get into some advanced metrics. So he has no problem using the bunt to his advantage. That is on the speedier side. Anything above 20 miles an hour is track star territory. Hits the handle of the bat. O'Neill charging in. Over to Haslam, gets him by a step. Not easy against a runner that fast. Some great defense from the UCF commit. And now we head to the bottom of the 5th. Don't you dare go anywhere. Top of the order for the North Broward Eagles, as they are still deadlocked at 1 with the Warriors. Kieran O'Neill has seen 2 pitches tonight. He has 2 hits. A double to start it off and a single in the 3rd.
Number 2, Kieran O'Neill.
When O'Neill is in rare form, you better watch out. And O'Neill calls time just in time. You got to imagine he's in Gibson's head right now. I mean, 2 pitches, 2 hits, and that's just adding on to it. And O'Neill wants to do it again. Can he? He floats it into center field, but it is brought down by Collins. He almost had 3 hits on 3 pitches.
Now batting, number 10, Adrian Rodriguez.
I mean, could you imagine? I certainly can. O'Neill's still a respectable 2 for 3, and here's Rodriguez. Fouls off the first pitch in the dirt. Rodriguez, 0 for 1, grounded out to short in his first at-bat, then a sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. Now here we are in the bottom of the 5th. Gibson deals. 88 at the knees for strike 2. Gibson wants to finish him off. All but one of these strikeouts has been swinging. It's almost routine.
Now batting, number 3, Max Burkle.
You see the tail on that fastball? That's unfair. I mean, at this point, who hasn't struck out? Let's see. Max Burkles hasn't. Josiah Haslam hasn't. And Braden Hassel hasn't. Those are the only 3. But Burkles holds off on the first pitch he sees. He is 1 for 2, an RBI triple to start off his game. Then a sacrifice fly in the 3rd. Another trapdoor pitch, but that door opened a little too far. Burkles, of course, had a bit of a disadvantage. You don't see too many lefty-lefty matchups at the high school level. Burkles certainly hasn't this year. The 2-0 is fouled off, and now it's 2-1. North Broward got that run in the 1st. The Warriors tied it up in the 3rd. We've been deadlocked since. At the hands. Sounded like it made contact with something, but Burkle's unfazed. And of all people, he would probably know if it hit him. Three and 1 to the Bryant University commit. Hit on the left side. That finds some real estate. Burkles rounding first, but will stay there. A desperately needed hit for the North Broward Eagles.
Batting, number 34, Josiah Haslam.
You gave me 3 guesses as to who would have a 2-hit day against Grayson Gibson. Burkles would probably be my first guess. Now here's Haslam with 1 on and 2 out. Pickoff attempt, no dice. Haslam has walked twice, once intentionally. He also stole a base. And that curveball misses way outside. I mean, you do want to pitch around Haslam. You don't want to pitch directly to him, because if you pitch directly to him, he'll knock it out of the park and into next week. We've seen it 6 times before this year. Another pitch outside. And now Recor is going to call time, try to talk to Gibson. Haslam batting .417 in the playoffs. 5 hits in 4 games, 3 strikeouts, 2 RBIs. And these 2 walks he's picked up are the only 2 walks he's picked up in postseason play. Another beautiful curve. I mean, I feel like I'm repeating myself at this point. Put a broken record out here. Just keep saying another beautiful curve, another beautiful curve. Chances are it's going to get the commentary right a good 40% of the time. Another pickoff attempt. Speaking of broken records. Two outs, here's the 2-1. Haslam liked it, but couldn't get some aluminum on it. 2-2, 2 outs, 1 on. Who will prevail? Haslam fouls it off. Gibson still targeting the outside part of the plate against Haslam. Must be a strategy behind it. I mean, I'd worry you're basically throwing it down the turbo tunnel out there. Gives Haslam a chance to use his 6'6" reach. Hey, what a shock. A pickoff attempt. Who would have seen that coming? I mean, it's important to keep an eye on the runner, but, I mean, Burkles has only stolen 6 bases this year. Haslam threatens, but it goes foul. A bit of aggressive stick shaking there. Two and two, 2 out. Here it comes. No, it doesn't. The pickoff finally pays off, and Burkles is tagged out. 4 attempts, but they get it right. Joke's on us. There was something to it. We're tied up at 1 as we head to the 6th. Logan Bristol still on the mound for North Broward, and with the way he's been pitching, there's a good reason for it. He's got the top of the order to contend with here in the 6th inning, starting with Gabriel Campos. Sam Gelfand here, not only on the call, but running every aspect of this broadcast. We appreciate you joining us here on YouTube. Bristol likes to work fast, and he's already off to the races. Campos tries to lay down a bunt, but it goes foul. Campos, a commit to Eckerd College, a D2 school out in St. Petersburg. That, of course, is St. Petersburg, Florida, in case we have any international viewers. You never know. We've had viewers as far away as Hong Kong on this channel for baseball games. Campos shut down. Reached for it, he shouldn't have. Bristol starts the 6th off right. That's strikeout number 5 for him. Bozeman was his first victim. He struck out looking in the 1st. And now Bristol quickly has an 0-2 count. Gets away. Bristol might be getting a little bit tired out there based on his body language. We'll have to see. Up the middle, and there goes the no-hitter. Maddox Bozeman breaks it up, the first hit of the night for Calvary Christian, and it comes in the 6th. But let's not bury the lead here. Logan Bristol took a no-hitter through 5 1/3. That's the second near no-hitter we've seen from a North Broward starter this year. North Broward's already thrown a combined no-hitter this year against Gardendale out of Alabama. And that is a late time. I mean, look at it again. Yeah, that time, he was already into his windup by the time that time was called. Just misses the zone, it's 1-1. That combined no-hitter that North Broward threw is on February 27th out in Alabama. What a pitch. He thought it brushed him. That's the power of a good curveball. That does indeed clip the zone on replay. 1-2, 1 out, runner on first. That is fouled off. Bristol does look at least a little tired. And now we've got some sort of conversation with the umpire, not sure what about. Looked like they might have been handling the baseball. Could have been inspecting it, making sure it's good to stay in play. Runner takes off, and there's a foul ball. Campos really wanted it. He has stolen 23 bases this year in 29 games. An absolute speed demon. He's taking a decent lead, not too large. 1-2. That's a strike. That's another strikeout for Bristol. Every time he takes the bump, it is a treat. Campos back in time. Now here's Garcia. In case you were curious, Bristol still throwing 90 miles an hour at this point into the game. Now you lose a no-hitter, you come back with a strikeout. Bristol's head's clearly still in the game. Runner goes, and that's hit to O'Neill. No double play chance, but they do get the out at first. Not like they need a double play after all. That ends the top of the 6th. North Broward still looking to break this one back open. Josiah Haslam gets to continue his at-bat as Gibson is still on the mound for Calvary Christian. As long as he doesn't start losing it, he's got the stamina to keep going.
Number 34, Josiah Haslam.
Once again, Gibson's last outing, he threw 109 pitches. He's got a rubber arm out there. And Haslam watches the first curve scrape the dirt for a ball. Haslam worked a long count before Max Burkholz was caught stealing to end the fifth. Now here in the sixth. The at-bat continues and nearly gets his knees cut off. Haslam, a towering 6'6", 245. He's what they call an absolute unit. It's what I call an absolute unit. And he takes his first strike. Haslam comes by that height honestly. You might have heard of his father, Udonis Haslam. Miami Heat all-time rebounds leader. Haslam gets some decent aluminum on it to right center field. Racing in is Collins for the out.
Now batting, number 44, Julian Rodriguez.
Now here's J-Rod, who is 0 for 2 today. And he calls time as soon as he gets out there. Gibson deals. And Rodriguez finds the glove of Garcia, who finds Uzilia at first. One pitch, one out, that's efficiency. That brings up Camacho.
Number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
2 outs in quick succession, and Camacho has struck out twice. He is really hoping to avoid the golden sombrero. Well, really, the golden sombrero is if you strike out 4 times in a game, but that's at the major league level. I suppose 3 times would be the high school equivalent. But you know what? Silver sombrero has a nice ring to it. I think I'll go with that. One and one is the count to him. Camacho does strike out a fair amount, but he does work the counts at the very least. And that was an easy pitch to lay off of. That nearly hit him. One of the things that'll really separate the good pitchers from the great pitchers at the high school level, the willingness to pitch inside. So many pitchers afraid of hitting batters, don't want to throw inside. It's a risk you got to take. Camacho with a chopper to Bozeman. A mighty throw gets the out. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. The Warriors still in this as we head to the 7th. Will it be the final inning? Only one way to find out. North Broward's had a few walk-offs this year. North Broward has a couple of pitchers in the bullpen right now, but it looks like they're trusting Bristol to keep going until it starts to fall apart. After all, he had a no-hitter until the last inning. But still struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batters tonight. Now facing off against the 5, 6, 7 batters here in the 7th. We start off against Uzilia. And he's got nothing. Uzilia at one point to commit to Mississippi State, decided against it. He's got D1 potential for sure. Perfect game gives him a 10 out of 10 rating. It's the first prospect we've seen all year that Perfect Game has given that rating to at the North Broward Diamond. But even he can't seem to catch up to Logan Bristol's offerings. The 0-2. Outside. This has been a thriller for sure. Calvary Christian is not used to this sort of territory. As Uzilia hits one right up the middle. O'Neill grabs it, throws over to first, and there's another one down. More slick fielding from O'Neill. Now here's Mays. Maximus. What a name. North Broward a few years back had a basketball player named Maximus Fuentes. That was one of my favorites to call. Bristol still getting them to swing and miss. Mays a .341 batter this year, 28 hits, 27 RBIs. And he gets a hit past the diving O'Neill. Goes all the way to Mestre, and that's only the second hit that Bristol has given up tonight. Says a lot when bloop singles could be highlight reel plays in this one, but there just hasn't been that much offensive production. These pitchers have been so good on both sides of the diamond. Now here's Bowser with one on and one out. Just misses. Movement in the North Broward dugout. Brian Campbell might be thinking if another one gets on, he goes to the bullpen. That fastball coming in at 89. Very few pitchers you see a pitch come in at 89 and think, hey, he's losing steam. There's a 2-0. Nope, back up to 91. Misses the zone, but clearly he's still got the velocity. And here comes Smith to give him a little talking to. Good maturity there. Yet another sophomore star for the Eagles. There's so many on this diamond. One of the first things that manager Brian Campbell told me at the start of this year, he said, I've got so many sophomore stars, I don't have the ability to play all of them. There's too many. Here's the 3-0. Safe strike down the middle. Campbell has told me repeatedly that this sophomore class is the best that he has ever had. The most talented. As we've got some sort of meeting here. I mean, at this point, you got to wonder, why do they keep covering their mouths? It's not like anyone is close enough to see what they're saying. I mean, if you can read lips from, say, the shortstop position or here in the stands, that's impressive. Guess if it makes you feel better. Three and one out, one runner on. Runner takes off, that's a strike, but Rodriguez loses the ball, that's a stolen base. That is stolen base number 6 of the year for Mays, as looks like we're getting a courtesy runner for him. That is number 30, Paxton Dulski. Interesting time to use a courtesy runner is after he already steals a base. Dulski taking a huge lead on second. Full count, one out. Strike 3. Bristol powers through the at-bat. That's a game changer. I mean, beforehand you're thinking, hey, do you pull him at this point? But perhaps they will. What a way for him to finish his night. Logan Bristol hurls a gem in the regional semifinals. He takes a no-hitter through 5 1/3, and his night is done. We'll be back to see who's taking the mound. Calculate his final line right after this. Logan Bristol's final line, 6 2/3 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 run. It was not earned. A walk, 7 strikeouts, a hit batsman, and a wild pitch. An incredible line against the number 61 team in the United States. And now North Broward has decided to go to the closer. It's Kieran O'Neill. He has been lights out all year, has not surrendered an earned run yet. An unearned run, yes, but O'Neill has been as shut down as they come. His fastball has gone up to 91, betraying the graphic. He's a commit to the University of Central Florida. And of course, with this change, we see changes on the diamond. Alex Smith moves to short. And Gabe Coupe comes into play third. Looks like we got a pinch hitter. And O'Neill is unfazed. Chase Brady, the sophomore, batting .400 this year. And that just barely misses. Last time we saw O'Neill on the mound, he struck out the side to send North Broward into the regional semis. Fastball up to 92, a new season high for him. There are not many teams who can honestly say that every starter plus the closer throws 90 and above at the high school level. North Broward is one of the few. Handcuffed. The throw back to second does not get the runner. Looks like that counts as a ball, though. It is 3-1. An unlucky break for O'Neill. That was a borderline pitch, in my opinion. Still 2 outs. The runner on second. Another fastball at 92, and O'Neill is cooking. Fouled off. Full count, 2 outs, runner on second. New batter, new pitcher. Rodriguez sets up outside. That's a massive strikeout! Kieran O'Neill gets it done and sends North Broward to the bottom of the 7th, where they have a chance to pick up their fourth possible walk-off win of the year. And there is no time that they would like to do it like the present. High drama in Coconut Creek. We'll be back. Gibson still on the mound. They're going to let him go the distance. I bring up this graphic again because there is no team that is this good that has faced this much adversity quite like the North Broward Eagles. 10 one-run games they have played this year. They've come up victorious in almost, actually that's 10 one-run wins. I almost forgot I made the graphic. North Broward has won 10 one-run games this year. And it's a 7, 8, 9 hitters in the bottom of the 7th. Mestre watches the first curveball clip the zone for a strike at 72 miles an hour. Mestre 0 for 2 today, hoping to change that here. So that's another beautiful breaking ball low in the zone, and now he is behind 0-2. The Eagles better close this one out in quick fashion. I mean, do you know how much water I've drunk tonight? That would have been better had I not stumbled through that sentence. .81 miles an hour, and Mestre's retired. That brings up Hassel.
Now batting, number 7, Braden Hassel.
I mean, you can't blame Mestre. He's just yet another victim in this list. Strikeout number 8 for Gibson tonight. And Hassel calls timeout. Don't have to tell you that at the high school level, Games only go 7 innings, minus extras. Another curve you could hang in the Louvre. Some more wiffle ball motion, but this one misses. That fastball called it a strike. Now Hassel's behind 1-2. Hassel keeps working it. Calvary, you may have noticed, in typical playoff tradition, the whole team has dyed their hair blonde. 2-2. Nearly hits Hassel. Full count, 1 out. Gibson wants to finish him off here. Hassel hits one into left field. It falls for a hit. And there is no hit that North Broward wanted more than that one right there. The only hit they want more will be the next one. We got a pinch runner as well, Rodrigo Lithgow running for Hassel. And a mound visit. Are they keeping Gibson in? Gibson's night is done. And there's nothing to be ashamed of. What an effort for him tonight. So it tells you a lot that the Warriors are going to the closer. We'll see who it is, calculate the final line. We'll be back right after this. Cameron Uzilia, the new pitcher for Calvary Christian. He's got a fastball at 87, a curve at 75, and a slider at 72. Final line for Grayson Gibson is an impressive one. 6 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 run, it was earned, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. Could be argued that Bristol outdueled him in this pitcher's duel, but still an incredible night for Gibson. The kind of night that just about any pitcher dreams of. But Calvary's trying to make sure this dream doesn't turn into a nightmare as Alex Smith comes up with a runner on first and 1 out.
Now batting, number 5, Alex Smith.
Smith is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts swinging today, but he has a history of being clutch. He has delivered tying runs in the past. There's a lot riding on his shoulders right now. Quick pickoff attempt, and Lithgow is back. Still thinking about Burkles earlier. Is Lithgow hurt? Lithgow may be hurt. Trainer's coming out. Looks like he is motioning to his shoulder. He may have jammed it as he slid back into first, but he's staying in this game. Lithgow, a trooper out there. And now we can get back to business. A quick delivery finds the zone against Smith. Someone better win. I've got to use the restroom so badly. Another attempt to Lithgow, who this time modifies his slide to make sure he doesn't jam his shoulder. Lesson learned. Uzilia still keeping an eye on Lithgow. Here's the pitch to Smith. He's handcuffed. It goes right back to the first baseman. A quick out to Bowser, who's now on first.
Now batting, number 2, Kieran O'Neill.
Kieran O'Neill's seen 3 pitches tonight, 2 for 3 on them. And he calls time. This is not a batter who the Warriors want up in this scenario. There's electricity in the air as Lithgow once again takes a safe slide. Wind is blowing a bit out to left field, but also back towards home plate. If it blows out to left, that could favor O'Neal. He has used that to hit at least 2 home runs in this park this year. As a matter of fact, he hit 3 in a row. Across 2 different games, he hit 3 home runs in a row, all to that left field fence, using the wind to his advantage. Gets away from the catcher, Recor. Lithgow heads to second, will hold up there. They have intentionally walked O'Neal, and that brings up Adrian Rodriguez. Number 10, Adrian Rodriguez. 2 on, 2 outs for A-Rod. He has been hot this postseason, batting .357. 0 for 3 tonight, or 0 for 2 tonight with a sack. What a great time to change that this would be. Alex Smith told me before this game, yeah, we've faced adversity and we've overcome it. The way Rod takes a golf swing. Gets away from the catcher. The runners advance. 2 runners in scoring position now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. There is electricity in the air. You can feel it. There's an intangible presence here. It's something that's binding this crowd. But it's not letting A-Rod hit these breaking balls. That throw nearly got past Uzilia and had it. You might have seen a winning run. 1-2, the weight of the world on Rodriguez's shoulders. At the hands, holds off. This one keeps going. The regional semifinals. A matchup so good it could be a state championship game. A matchup so good it was the state championship game 2 years ago. It could all come down to this. And Uzilia steps off the rubber. Two, 2 outs, 2 on. And Record calls time. They're really drawing this out, aren't they? I mean, with good reason, both want to win this at bat, more than anything. And they want it to be on their terms. Foul tip, strikeout, and we head to extras. To the 8th we go. What a game. I believe this is just the second time that the Calvary Christian Warriors have gone to extras in this season. North Broward's already been there a few times, and all but once they've come up victorious. But it's not been against teams like Calvary Christian. The one time they didn't was against, I believe, Cardinal Newman. And this is an instant classic in the making. O'Neal still on the mound. Trena lays down a bunt. Coupe can't get to it. That's a clean base hit to start off the 8th. And that's devastating for North Broward's morale. You got to expect the Warriors to play small ball here, try to steal bases as Gabriel Campos steps up. Train has stolen 22 this year. He thinks about taking off on the bunt attempt, but he is warned back by Rodriguez. Pulls away from the bunt attempt again, and is 2-0. You know, South Florida's got to be one of the few places where you've got two baseball teams each chanting in Spanish. Wonderful multicultural display. Goes back to the bunt, and O'Neill misses again. It's 3-0. Season, O'Neill has walked, at least in the regular season, O'Neill walked 7 and struck out 13. But that's a 4-pitch walk. A hit and a walk will prompt a mound visit. If only there was some sort of visit long enough so that I could reach a restroom. North Broward does have 2 pitchers up in the bullpen. They're planning for any eventuality. Can't see the numbers from here. I would guess that one of them's probably Nate Hernandez. The chance another one could be Filippo Baldessari. But North Broward does have a very deep bullpen. And Bozeman will come up with 2 on and no outs. O'Neill steps off the mound, trying to control the rhythm. Bozeman 1 for 3 with a single, breaking up Bristol's no-hitter, thinking about another bunt. Pulls back. Was the trick play successful? It stays fair, but they get the out at first. I mean, that's innovative, that's beautiful. You don't see that too often. The runners advance, but no one scores. That's the important thing. Pulled back the bunt, went for a Baltimore chop-esque maneuver. I mean, if there's any time to try that sort of thing, it's now. And they will intentionally walk Collins, it seems. They're bringing up Garcia. They want the force. It's a bold move. That is a bold, bold move by North Broward. Greater chance of letting the winning run come home, but a better chance for a force out. And that is immediately cleaved foul down the right field line. Contact made. Past Rodriguez at second. 1 run scores. Another coming around. The throw does not reach Rodriguez. It is 3-1. The gamble does not pay off for North Broward. Trena scores, Campos scores. And O'Neill's having trouble finding the zone. The whole character of this game has just changed. And you can see it in O'Neill's face. He's having trouble staying in this one. North Broward's got to hope one of their other relievers is ready soon. There's a strike. I did talk to manager Brian Campbell. If this does go to a third game, which would be played in Tampa, we're going to ask for permission from Calvary Christian to bring the equipment out. And if we do get it, we will be there for game 3. It's full count to Uzilia. Fouled off again. Full count, 1 out, 2 on. Here's the payoff pitch. High ball 4. And here comes Campbell. O'Neill has had a night he would rather forget. The bases have been walked loaded, and O'Neill's night is done. We'll see who the new pitcher is and come back after this. Actually, I can tell you right now, it's Nate Hernandez. We'll be back after his warm-ups. Nate Hernandez takes the mound to the bases loaded and 1 out against Max Mays. And there's a lot of pressure riding on him right now to stop the bleeding. First pitch is high. Hernandez throws hard, as do pretty much all of the Eagles pitchers. Gets the batter to go around, and that's the first strike the Eagles have gotten in a good while. Bunt laid down, popped up, gotten by Haslam. He has a chance to turn a double play, but he decides he's not going to have the chance. No one gets back to the bases in time for there to be a throw to. So here comes the 8th batter of the inning. It's Ashton Recorf. Excuse me, it's Bowser. And Hernandez steps off. And that somehow misses the zone. It's just a little too high and outside, it seems. That is definitely too high. Hernandez does have a tendency to overthrow a little bit sometimes. And once again, looks like he's overthrowing. 3-0 now to Bowser. Broward just needs one more out, and then they've got to score at least 2 runs. Quick pickoff move to no one in particular. Doesn't even throw it, but lets the runners know he's thinking about it. Of all the teams we've seen this year that would attempt to steal home, I would not put it past Calvary Christian. And there's a strike. I'm going to be honest, if this somehow goes to the 9th, I'm going to have to step away and find a restroom. Popped up, that is just out of play. That's heading straight for the bleachers and just beyond them. Frankly, I'm just thankful that didn't hit any of my equipment. Either way, full count now. It's high, and a run is walked home. It is 4-1. It's 5-1. Wild pitch adds on. This gap is growing and growing, and this is not, I think, what anyone expected to happen in extras. Julian Rodriguez took a nasty foul ball straight back at the chest protector, but that's why you wear them. Now, you never want to say anything's a sure thing, but the North Broward Eagles have not lost at home since February 18th. It has been over 2 months since they last tasted defeat on this turf. Felled off, but felled off well. Two and two, 2 outs, bases loaded. Excuse me, there's no runner on first anymore. The batter calls time. Who is it, Recor? It doesn't really matter. I mean, the end result is clearly the same. Not to be so dismissive, but... hit to Rodriguez. And there's the out at first, but the damage has been done. North Broward's got 3 outs, and they have to score 4 runs. Time for the bottom of the 8th. 3, 4, 5 batters coming up for North Broward. Starting with Max Burkles.
Now batting, number 3, Max Burkles.
Uzilia still on the mound for Calvary Christian. North Broward has had their backs against the wall before, but at this point, they're digging into the drywall. 3 outs to work with, 4 runs to score just to tie it up, 5 to win. And Burkles interrupts the stalemate. And we've got another stalemate, this time interrupted by a mound visit. I mean, this is mind games. They're trying to get in each other's heads. Unfortunately, all it does is delay my ability to find a restroom. Curveball very far inside for the first ball. Another curve, another ball. And that's a good start to the at-bat if you're North Broward. That's a borderline strike, and Uzilia's back in this at-bat.
Now batting, number 34, Josiah Haslam.
Now Haslam's up, and this is someone North Broward would really like to start a rally. I mean, at this point in the game, they're running out of options. Got to take what they can get, but this is someone they're glad to take. And that's a pitch that Haslam is glad to take. Haslam with a chopper, third base, fielded by Garci. And they get the out at second, but not the one at first.
Now batting, number 44, Julian Rodriguez.
Here's Rodriguez. The Warriors have to be thinking double play ball here. The runner on first, and 2 outs to seal the deal. Here's a strike. Are we getting more audio chirps again? I think we might be. Let's turn those off. Big hack, nothing to show for it. Uzilia gets a punch out. Rodriguez is frustrated, and North Broward is 1 out away from hanging their heads.
Now batting, number 13, Adolfo Camacho.
Comes down to Camacho. Runner on first, 2 outs. Camacho 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts today. Foul ball, and now Calvary Christian has 1 strike to go. Swing and a miss, and that is all she wrote. North Broward tastes defeat at home for the first time in over 2 months. And perhaps most crucially for Calvary, they force a Game 3 at home in Clearwater. And North Broward has some rethinking to do. 5-1 your final score. A bomb has been dropped at the North Broward Diamond. Thank you so much for joining us here exclusively on YouTube. That it goes for that guy as well. My name is Sam Gelfand. On behalf of everyone here at the North Broward Preparatory School and the Florida High School Athletic Association, have a very good night wherever you may be.